Files and folders. So we need to understand what a file and a folder is, how to create files and folders and manipulate these and find out the differences between the two. A file is simply a collection of data on a single unit, whilst a file can store data. A folder is another type that I'll explain later. So we have set standards that will define a file and a folder. So a file simply is information that can contain data that can carry a certain format. So we have text files, audio files, video files, we have pictorial files. So each of these ones can have a digital version in the real world. So a file can be represented by an icon, a pictogram, or an ideogram. So a file has an extension, for instance, MP3, that is for an audio file, portable PDF, we have a PDF, we have an EXE, we have a MOV, we have a JPEG, we have a docs file. So each of them have a specific application that can open them. So for a Word document, we use docs. For a pictorial, we use PNG or JPEG. For audio file, we can use MP3. For a video file, it can be an MP4. So these are what we call our extension names, called extension names. Folders also store files and other files. So a folder is normally a bigger size. They hold many files and other folders. It's simply a container that carries files. A folder can have sub-folders as well. And Windows use folders to help you organize them. So you can put the files in a folder and you would name it in any possible name. So you can call it for photos, recipes, works, and you can call it by the name of the courses that you have. So the differences between folders and files are as follows. In terms of extension, files may or may not have extensions, but folders never have the extensions. So files can be JPEG, doc file, or PDF. A file, in terms of container, cannot be a container, it cannot carry any other file, but a folder can carry files and folders themselves. In terms of memory, a file has its own memory, whereas a folder has no memory. It carries the size of whatever is being carried. The attributes of a file are that it has a name, extension, date, time, length, and protection, whereas a folder only has a name, date, time, and protection. It has no length of its own. Supported operations, a file can be saved, opened, renamed, print, email, and modify, whereas a folder can only move, rename, delete, or share. Sharing, you cannot share on a network when you're dealing with a file, but folders can be shared on a network. So using a file explorer, files can be opened on Windows Explorer, Windows 10 or earlier versions. To open a file, you need to click on the file icon on the toolbar, taskbar, and double click any folder on the desktop. The file, you can just click on it. It's ready for use if you have the application. So these are folders. So when you double click it, right click, you can open. So there are two main ways you need to open a file. Number one, you simply double click it. Number two, you can right click and go to the menu taskbar to open. So within the file, you can locate and select a new folder, and also right click where the file you want it to appear, press new, and the folder will open. So this is how we open the file. All right, you can right click, you go to new, then you can rename it to whatever you want to name it. So you simply right click, you go to new in the folder, then you rename it. So basically, this is more about files and folders. Unless there are any questions, you can make a shortcut of a folder by taking it to the desktop if you want to quickly allow a quick access to them. When you're working with common shortcuts, for instance, if you want to select everything on the desktop, you press Ctrl and O to make them bold, Ctrl B to copy, Ctrl C to find, Ctrl F to start a new document, Ctrl N to open an existing file, Control O to save, Control S to cut, Control Z to undo, Control Y to redo, Control Y to redo, to undo, Control Z. So in summary, files are data. Files contain action information. Files and folders need a hierarchical organization. Folders are like suitcases. Shortcuts can help in the file and folder navigation. So this is how this unit can be summarized.